Hello everyone. Welcome to your mat. Today I have a blanket, a strap, and 2 blocks. We'll also be I'm going to use the side of this dresser here, but you can use a wall just for one of the poses. Okay, I'm going to start class today by dropping in and settling into the moment. So I have brought my sit bones to the edge of my folded blanket, and I invite you to find a comfortable seat where you can settle in. So to begin, bring your hands to your thighs, lengthen through the spine, and draw the shoulder blades onto the back body, and then allow the shoulders to relax. And take a moment just to notice the sounds around you. Acknowledge those sounds and be okay with them. And then shift your attention to your breath. And for the first few breaths, we'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So starting that, inhaling through the nose, allowing the rib cage and upper torso and maybe even the belly to expand. And then exhaling nice and long and slow through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And this time inhaling through the nose, filling the chest, feeling a sense of openness, inviting that breath in, allowing the torso to expand. And then as you exhale, allowing the eyelids to drop, if you're comfortable with that. And now returning to a normal breath, but inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And now, as we inhale and exhale through our nose, we'll shift our attention to our internal selves. Finding some awareness of how we're feeling, what emotions are bubbling up, if any. Maybe joy, maybe happiness, excitement for something that's coming up. Or maybe stress or anxiety or sadness. And just know that whatever comes up for you is perfectly acceptable and okay. Take a few more breaths here. Continuing with the idea that the inhale is opening, allowing, accepting, and adding on that the exhale could be a letting go. Softening in the jaw, softening the muscles of the face. Tuning into this moment in time, to the here and now, to how you're feeling on your mat. And then, if perchance anything is bubbling up that you'd like to set an intention around for your practice today, please feel free to do that. Keeping the eyes closed, inhaling, sweeping the arms out and up, palms meet overhead, exhaling, drawing the thumbs to heart center. Inhaling, and as you exhale, bowing the wisdom of the head to the wisdom of the heart. Placing your intention on the altar of the heart for a practice. Inhaling, lifting the head, blinking the eyes open. Inhaling, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, float the fingertips to your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Pause here. Exhale the right fingertips to the mat. Bring the left palm to the crown of the head. Spider walk the right fingers away. Land on the palm. Soften in the right elbow. And bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep both sit bones on your mat or on your blanket. Inhale, come center, sweep the arms up. Exhale, move to the opposite side. So left fingertips land on the mat and begin to spider walk away as the right palm lands on the crown of the head. Bring the left palm to the mat, soften in the left elbow, tuck the chin, and bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Both sit bones on the mat or your blanket. So, nice side body stretch here. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, turn to the right, left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind the right hip. Take a couple breaths here, moving slowly and with intention. Focusing on that idea of intention today. Inhale, sweep the arms up, coming center. Exhaling, twisting to the left, right hand to right knee, left hand just behind the left hip. The idea that nothing happens without intention. I can think about losing weight. I can dream about losing weight. I can put pressure on myself to lose weight, but I really need to inhale, sweep the arms up, come center, palms meet, exhale, thumbs to heart center. I really need to be intentional when it comes to losing weight. So, whatever bubbled up for you, whatever intention you set in your heart during our breathing practice, be intentional on your mat today. Inhale, release the hands from the heart. Come to stand. I'll set my blanket aside for now. And I'll move towards my dresser here. Bringing my hands to the sides, walking the feet back. My arms are shoulder width apart. I'm stepping my right foot back, coming into pyramid pose here on the wall. Shoulder blades are on the back body. My belly is lifting up and in. Draw that left hip back in space a little bit. Play with the pose here, pyramid pose. Feel a stretch I feel it in the back of my left leg. Taking deep breaths, moving with awareness, with intention, being purposeful on the mat today. Seeking some clarity, some peace of mind. Inhale. Lift the head as you step the right foot forward and switch sides, so left foot comes back. Deep breaths here. Notice what you notice in this pose. Notice what's happening in the mind and the body and with the breath. And on the next inhale, begin to lift the torso, walk the hands up the wall, step that left feet to meet the right, and we'll walk to the top of our mat. Inhale and grab your strap or a belt or a towel if you have it. If you don't have a strap. Feet about hip distance apart. Knees soft. Balance the weight over the feet, so head, heart, and hips all in alignment here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, allow the hands to slide along the strap as you lower the strap behind you. Good. And release. Bring the strap forward, and we'll do this a couple more times. Finding balance. Drawing the stomach in here, softening the knees. Inhale. And exhale. Release one of the strap ends, bring the strap in front of you. One last time here. Loosening up the shoulder blades, the upper back. Good. And we'll release the strap to the top of the mat. Inhale. Interlace the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders towards one another. Take a few more breaths here with the fingers interlaced behind the back. You can soften in the elbows, you can lift the hands away from the torso, whatever feels good for you. And if this is not possible, then grab your strap. Bring the hands behind the back. And work the hands towards one another. A couple big breaths here. Letting the pose and the practice work out the kinks in the body. Maybe some of the kinks in our lives. Good. And release the hands from behind the back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, sit back in chair pose. So in this chair pose, the feet are parallel, the knees are bent, the hips come backwards. And then shift your weight to your heels and then draw your heels away from one another. Inhale, lift. Fingertips reach, grow tall. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back. Draw the palms together and bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale. Exhale and twist to your left, bringing the right elbow as close as you can to the center of the left thigh. I'm going to look at my right knee there. You see how far forward it is? Bring that right hip back. Hug the belly in. One more breath. And inhale. Come center. Reach the hands to the sky. And exhale, sit back in chair with the hands at heart center. Breathe in. And as you exhale, twist to your right. This time, left elbow comes to the center of the right thigh. And then once again, look at my left leg this time. I'm going to draw my left hip back in space here. Keep hugging the belly in. Inhale, come center. Lift up, fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Bend into the knees as much as you need to. Clasp opposite elbows here. Allow the head to drop between the arms and sway back and forth left and right. Find your breath. Draw your awareness to your body. Notice how you feel. Notice any tightness. See if you can bring softness to that area. Some relaxation. Come center. Release the elbows. Place the hands on your mat. And step the right foot back and lower down onto the right knee. So you can bring in a block here underneath the right knee. You can bring a blanket in, or you can practice just on your mat as I am. Do what serves you. Okay, from here, I'm actually going to bring both blocks in here. Create a little bit of a lift and some separation, and then I'm going to make circles here with my hips. So I invite you to join me. Just notice how that feels. Going 3 times in one direction, trying to loosen up the low back and the hips. And then once you've gone 3 times in one direction, switch directions. Don't forget to breathe here. Good. And come center. You can keep using your blocks or move the blocks off the mat. Plant the right hand either on a block or your mat. Lengthen the spine and turn the chest towards the left thigh. Inhale, reach the left hand up towards the sky, and maybe release the head so that the right ear reaches towards the right shoulder. If that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Big breath in. the left hand to the left knee. Lift up onto your fingertips on the right hand and begin to lift the right heel towards your right sit bone. And maybe you can reach back and find the right foot with your left hand, or you're welcome to bring your strap in to help yourself find that right foot. So, if the left hand cannot reach the right foot, use your strap to draw that heel in towards the sit bone. And then think about where you are in space here and notice if your hips have dropped, your pelvis has dropped. And then draw everything into the midline. So we're not splayed out and sinking into this left hip, but we're holding everything in with control and intention. Okay. Let go of the right foot. Bring that left hand next to the left foot. Move your block out of the way. Step the left foot back so we're coming into tabletop. From here, long flat spine, big breath in, exhale, coming into cat, inhale to cow. And move at your own pace here. Flexing and extending the spine. Getting some movement all along the back. So the upper back, the mid back, and the low back. Moving the body with the breath. Last time here, and we'll return to a flat back. And we'll step the right foot forward. Bring our blocks in again. And we'll do our circle here with our hips. Remembering to breathe with the movement of the body. Focusing in on where we are in space here. And then switching and going the opposite direction. And then once we've circled 3 times in each direction, bringing that left hand either to the mat or a block, right hand to right knee, long spine, twist the spine towards the right thigh. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, release the left ear towards the left shoulder with control, with intention. Notice if it doesn't feel good and come out of that if it doesn't feel good. If it does feel good, then enjoy. And inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bring that right hand to the right knee. Turn the torso forward. Inhale, bring that left heel towards the left sit bone. And see if the right hand has access to the left foot. And if it doesn't, bring your strap in. And once again, notice what your pose looks like. It's not, we don't want to be like open and floppy. We want to be controlled and in control. So So draw everything up and in. Breathe through the pose, and if this pose does not serve you, then you're welcome to leave the left foot on the mat. One more breath here. And exhale, release the left foot. Bring the right foot, or the right hand next to the right foot, and step back into tabletop. We'll do 3 more rounds of cat-cow here. Long, flat back. The arms are long. The palms are pressing into the mat. Inhale. Exhale into cat. Inhale to cow. Heart turns forward. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Moving at your own pace here. And coming back to a flat spine, long spine, flat back. Curl the toes under, walk the hands towards the knees. So we're stretching the bottom of the feet here. And it's yogi's choice as to how much pressure you want to put on the heels. The more you come back, the more weight is on the feet. And that might not feel so great. So make sure you're listening to your body here. But it's important to stretch the muscles of the feet. So take a few breaths here. Breathing deeply. See if you can soften the arches of the feet, the toes, the ball down to the foot. Long, luxurious breaths with intention. Inhale, move forward. Uncurl the toes and pound out the feet. Feels good. And then walk the hips back to land on the heels. And walk the hands all the way back here behind the feet. And lift the knees for a nice stretch in the front of the shins. Notice what you notice. If you don't like this, come out of it. Inhale. Come back to tabletop. Toes can be either curled under or released. Long spine. Press firmly into that left arm. Inhale and sweep the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread that right hand under and through. And notice how far down you can come. So if you can bring your right ear and your right shoulder to the mat, great. If your shoulder and ear are not landing on the mat, bring a blanket in to support you. And you can stay here, spider walk the fingers towards the top of the mat. Extend the left leg long. Inhale, bring the back of the left hand to the sacrum. And these are all options for you. You can stay right here if this is perfect. Remember to breathe. Notice how the body feels in this pose. If there's a place to soften, and then if you've taken the pose to another level, begin to come back Spider walking the left hand in so that the hand is right in front of your nose and the left knee comes in to support you as you press up out of the left arm. Inhale, sweep that right hand up to the sky, and exhale, come back to your tabletop. And we'll go to the other side. Inhale, sweep the left hand up. Big breath in. Exhale, thread under and through. Once again, using the blanket. If the torso doesn't allow the shoulder and the head to access the mat, and breathe here, and if you'd like to go further, extend the right leg long, spider walk the right fingers either to the top of the mat or sweep the right hand to the sacrum. Hold the belly in here to help support the torso and the body in the pose. Notice if any part of your body is overworking in this pose and see if you can relax a little bit. We'll begin to make our way back. Inhale, release the right hand from behind the back. Place the right hand in front of the nose. Bend into the right knee. Press into that right hand. Inhale, sweep the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, come back into our tabletop. And from here, extend the right leg long and the left leg long, coming into a plank. Big breath in, exhale, lower the knees, and slowly come all the way down, knees, chest, and chin. Circle the shoulder blades onto the back body. Inhale, float the head and the heart up for a baby cobra. Exhale, release. Slide the hands forward. Bring the weight onto the elbows, coming into Sphinx pose. Heart shines forward here. Settle in on the hips. Big breath in, and as you exhale, gaze over the left shoulder, back towards the left foot. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale and come center. And exhale and gaze over the right shoulder. And take a couple breaths here. Inhale and come center. Exhale and lower down. Bring the hands to the shoulders. Curl the toes under. Press up to a tabletop. Separate the knees and sink back into child's pose. And in this child pose, you're welcome to stack the palms and bring the forehead to the back of the hands. Bring a block in or a blanket, or extend the arms long and lower the forehead to your mat. Relax the forearms and the palms. Take a few breaths here, allowing the belly to expand and be in the space between the thighs. Soften in the hands, soften in the forearms and the shoulders. Turn the gaze inward. Recall your intention Use your breath to soften in the body. On the next inhale, lift the forehead and walk the hands over towards the left and maybe just off the left side of your mat. Left palm lands first, right palm stacks on top. Lower the forehead. And then do what feels best for you here. You can completely relax. You can extend that left hand a little bit further. The right hand follows it and creates a little bit of a stretch. The right side body. Inhale, lift the head. Walk the hands over to the right side and just off the right side of the mat. Right palm lands first, left palm lands on top of it. Use the hands to press back into the left sit bone. Direct the breath to the left side body. And notice what you notice. Inhale, lift the head. Bring the hands to the center of the mat. Lift up to tabletop. And then walk the knees to one side. Lower the hips to the other side and swing the legs forward. And here we'll make our way onto our back bodies. So slowly and with control, or using your elbows to help you down. Once you land on your back, take a moment. Lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head here. Tuck the chin slightly so the neck is long. And take a couple breaths. It should feel really good. Knees bent and feet flat. Walk the heels towards the sit bones. Bring the hands next to the torso. Hug the shoulder blades onto the back body. Inhale, float the hips up. And you can stay here, or maybe interlace the fingers underneath. Notice what you notice here in this bridge pose. The strength of the legs, the glutes, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, all working together. The breath supporting the body. Inhale completely and exhale and slowly float the hips back to the mat. Good. We'll do it again. Inhale. Lift the hips. Hug the shoulder blades onto the back body. Interlace the fingers. The chin is tucked slightly so the back of the neck is long. Notice every part of your body here. The feet, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the glutes, the back, the chest, the neck, and the chin. Inhale and exhale and roll back to the mat. Bring the palms of the hands to the thighs, right where the thigh meets the pelvis. Press the palms into the thighs so the arms are long here. Big breath in. Nice long exhale. And release the hands. And bring the hands to cactus arms. Inhale, cross, lift the toes, the feet, and cross the right thigh over the left thigh. And as you exhale, allow the legs to drop to the left side of your mat. Soften here in this twist. If this does not feel good, then unwrap the legs and you can simply lie here with the knees stacked. Gaze can be up at the sky or over towards that right arm. Lots of options. So practice what feels right for your body. Trying to walk that fine line of not pushing too hard, being aware of how the pose makes us feel and how the pose feels in the body. On the next in-breath, go back onto the back body. Unwind the legs if they're crossed. And we'll go to the opposite side. So we'll start with the crossing of the legs. So lift the feet off the mat, cross the left thigh over the right, and roll onto the right hip. And then just notice how that feels. If it's too intense or uncomfortable, then release the wrap and stack the knees on top of one another. You're always welcome to bring a block in underneath the thighs or a blanket. If you feel like your legs are kind of hanging out in space and not really comfortable, then use your props to support you. Take a couple more breaths here. And then on the next inhale, we'll back onto the back body. Draw the right knee in towards the chest and then the left. Rock back and forth, left and right here. And then come center. Release the feet to the mat. Extend the legs long. And we'll prepare for Shavasana. So you're welcome to bring a blanket onto the torso. If you're chilly, wrap yourself in your blanket. If you'd like some padding for the head, rest your head on the blanket. Whatever brings you the most comfort and ease. And walk the legs a little bit apart from one another and allow the heels, or actually allow the feet to fall away from one another. And bring the arms long next to the torso and walk the arms a little bit wide, palms flip towards the sky. Fingers curl in naturally. Inhale, fill the lungs through the nose. As you exhale, allow the eyelids to drop. Exhaling through the mouth. Settling in here. You're welcome to pause the tape and stay here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, press play again. begin to deepen the breath, flexing the fingers and toes to return movement to the body. Inhale and draw the right knee in towards the chest. Use the right hand to guide it and support it. And on the next inhale, bring the left knee into the chest, using the left hand to support and guide. Big breath in here, and as you exhale, roll to whichever side is calling you. Pausing here on the side. And then using the strength of the upper body to lift to a comfortable seat. Bring a blanket or block in. Coming into easy sit pose at the edge of your blanket or another seated position that supports you. Allow the gaze to soften forward and down, or the eyes to close. Bring the hands to heart center. Return to your breath. Inhaling and feeling a sense of expansiveness and openness. And exhaling and feeling a sense of letting go. Inhaling and returning to the intention that you placed on the altar of your heart. And exhaling and letting that intention go out into the universe. Inhaling, and once again, feeling a sense of expansiveness, openness, possibility. And exhaling and softening into the possibilities that intention creates for us. Thank you all for practicing with me today. In love and gratitude, our practice is complete. Namaste. Have a great week, everybody.